Have you ever felt like it's over, but deep down you sense God isn't done yet? When everything around you seems still, it's easy to think then you feel He's forgotten you. But sometimes what feels like silence is actually His way of preparing you for something far greater than what you expected. God's timing has a purpose, even when it feels like your prayers are hanging in the air. The waiting season is not wasted. It's where He shapes your faith, strengthens your patience, and deepens your trust. You may not see the full picture right now, but every delay is protecting you from something you can't yet see. When you want things to happen right away, He's teaching you how to depend on Him completely instead of rushing ahead. What feels like a pause is actually a process where He's aligning the right people, the right doors, and the right moments. The wait is proof that He loves you too much to let you settle for anything less than what He promised. 1. He's protecting you from what's not ready yet. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him I will trust. God often keeps you waiting because He sees what you cannot. There are doors that look open but aren't stable yet, and He's holding them closed until they can support your purpose. You may think you're ready, but He knows what could collapse if He gave it to you too soon. His silence doesn't mean He's ignoring you. It means He's building what will last. The waiting season becomes your safety zone while He aligns the unseen details. He's making sure your blessing won't break under pressure. You may not realize it now, but some no's are actually hidden mercies. He knows that rushing what isn't ready can create pain that takes years to heal. God isn't just protecting you from what's not ready. He's protecting what's not ready from you. He's ensuring that when it finally comes, it fits perfectly into your life without chaos or confusion. Every delay has a divine purpose attached to it, even when it frustrates your heart. You have to trust that His timing guards you better than your own plans. He's working quietly to make sure what you receive won't be temporary, it'll be secure. If He opened every door you wanted right now, you'd step into blessings that can't yet hold your weight. That's why He waits. He's teaching you patience, discernment, and faith all at once. The pause isn't punishment, it's protection. He loves you too much to let you rush into something half-built. When the time is right, everything will align effortlessly. And in that moment, you'll realize His delay wasn't to deny you, it was to deliver you safely into something strong enough to last. So don't fight the timing, rest in it, because protection often looks like waiting. You'll thank Him later for what He didn't let happen now. 2. He's teaching you patience and perseverance, character hope. God teaches patience by allowing life to move slower than you wish it would. You pray for things that take longer than expected, and that's where your faith is refined. You start realizing that peace isn't found in speed, it's found in surrender. Waiting forces your heart to mature in ways quick blessings never could. He's shaping you into someone who can carry His promises with endurance, not exhaustion. Patience is what separates those who believe in God from those who only believe in results. It's in the quiet seasons that your spirit learns to rest instead of rush. You begin to see how every delay is molding your character. He's not withholding answers to frustrate you. He's strengthening your spirit to sustain what's ahead. When things take longer than you planned, He's teaching you consistency and faith. Patience grows when you choose trust over panic. When you stop asking when and start asking, what are you teaching me? You step into peace. This process builds depth in your soul that will carry you far beyond the waiting. The more you fight time, the more anxious you become. But the more you trust God, the lighter the waiting feels. He's not late. He's on schedule for the lesson your heart needs most. Your patience today is training for your promotion tomorrow. You may not see it yet, but endurance is a divine gift. It teaches you how to remain still when nothing makes sense. God's timing is molding your heart for something eternal, not temporary. So hold on in faith, because waiting well is proof you're growing strong. And when His promise finally arrives, it'll make every moment of delay worth it. 3. He's testing your obedience. Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to heed than the fat of rams. Obedience is easy when everything feels clear, but God tests it in the silence. He wants to know if you'll still follow him when there's no visible reward. The waiting season exposes whether your faith is conditional or committed. He's teaching you to obey even when it costs your comfort. When he says wait, he's not trying to restrict you. He's training your spirit to trust him fully. Every act of obedience and delay builds spiritual strength. He's refining your motives so that when the blessing comes, it doesn't pull you away from him. Obedience requires surrender, and surrender means letting go of your timeline. God is more interested in your growth than your gratification. You can't rush spiritual maturity, and he won't let you move until your heart is aligned. Each test of obedience deepens your intimacy with him. He's not asking for perfection, he's asking for willingness. Your patience in following his instructions is proof of your love for him. When you choose obedience over impatience, you step into divine favor. He uses obedience to show you that blessings don't come from control, they come from trust. You may not see immediate results, but your obedience is building a foundation. He's proving that his plan still works, even when it doesn't make sense. When the time is right, you'll see how every yes to his will leads you closer to his purpose. Until then, keep walking in faith. He's testing you not to break you, but to bless you. 4. He's saving you from future regret. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Do not fret because of him who prospers in his way. You don't realize it yet, but some things you're praying for would cause you pain later. God sees the future heartbreaks that your emotions can't predict. He delays what you think is good to protect you from what could destroy your peace. Every time you get frustrated, he's whispering, I'm saving you from something you can't see. It's not rejection, it's redirection. He's teaching you that his no is just as loving as his yes. You're learning that not every opportunity is meant to be pursued. He closes certain doors because he knows what's on the other side. God's protection often feels like disappointment, but it's grace in disguise. You're being shielded from relationships, deals, and decisions that would drain your joy. If he allowed everything you wanted, you'd spend years repairing what he tried to prevent. So he waits, and he guards, and he loves you through the delay. He's shaping your wisdom through every unanswered prayer. You'll thank him later for every closed door that looked like rejection. Because when the right thing comes, it'll come with peace, not confusion. He's not just protecting your future, he's protecting your heart. You may not understand it now, but the delay is divine protection from regret. When he finally reveals why he made you wait, you'll see it was mercy all along. 5. He's increasing your spiritual discernment. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. You're learning to hear God's voice clearer in the quiet. Discernment doesn't grow through noise, it grows through stillness. When he slows things down, he's helping you separate your feelings from his truth. You start to see the difference between good things and God things. Waiting gives you time to test what's real and what's temporary. He's sharpening your spirit so you don't confuse emotional attachment with divine assignment. Every delay is an opportunity to see beyond appearance. You begin to recognize when peace confirms and pressure warns. God's silence helps you discern his whisper. You stop chasing signs and start trusting his word. Discernment is wisdom that saves you from mistakes before they happen. He's maturing your spirit so you can handle what comes next. You'll start feeling more clarity and less confusion because time reveals truth. God is teaching you to slow down, observe, and trust your spirit over your emotions. When the right moment arrives, you'll know it not because it looks perfect, but because it carries peace. 6. He's helping you heal from the past. The Lord is near to those who have a broken heart and saves such as have a contrite spirit. Before God gives you new love, new purpose, or new beginnings, he heals the old pain. You can't carry yesterday's wounds into tomorrow's blessings. He's taking his time because he cares about your heart more than your hurry. Healing happens quietly, not instantly. He's teaching you to let go of what hurt you without losing your softness. Sometimes the wait is really recovery disguised as delay. He's helping you release bitterness, disappointment, and fear you didn't even realize were still there. God is restoring your confidence in His goodness again. You may feel lonely, but you're not alone. He's sitting in silence with you. This process is sacred because it rebuilds your heart on truth, not trauma. The longer He takes, the deeper the healing becomes. You'll start to smile again for real, not just to hide the pain. He's turning your heartbreak into wisdom and your tears into strength. When the time comes, your healed heart will be ready for what's next. 7, He's teaching you to let go of control. There are many plans in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the Lord's counsel, that will stand. You've tried to plan everything perfectly, but God keeps reminding you He's in charge. Letting go of control is one of the hardest lessons of faith. You can't fix what He's already working on. The wait is teaching you to stop forcing and start trusting. You're learning that faith isn't about control, it's about surrender. God doesn't need your stress, He needs your surrender. He's removing your dependence on your own strength so you can lean completely on His. When you release your grip, you'll see how things start flowing in divine order. Peace only comes when you stop trying to manage what only God can move. He's showing you that your plans are limited, but His are limitless. The delay is not denial, it's direction. He's guiding you to rest, not wrestle. Once you stop controlling the outcome, you'll finally see how His way was always better. You'll find relief knowing that God never needed your control, just your trust. When you truly let go, peace becomes your new strength. If the content inspired you, please like, comment, and subscribe to Pure Inspirational. Your support helps others hear the message they need in their waiting season. Be blessed.